Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel, and today will be the start of a new series called the Meta Breaker, which is a series where I showcase some decks which I really like into the current meta. And as the name suggests, a Meta Breaker is a new deck that has arisen from the meta. And so when more balance changes will come, we'll hopefully see more Meta Breaker videos. And so one of the new balance changes so that Matrix was nerfed a bit, but I won't talk about the nerfs, instead about the buffs. Because a card which was buffed recently was the Tome of Memory, and so today will be a deck where the new Tome of Memory really shines, in my opinion. And it's a deck which I like to call the JESMAI Tome of Memory. So, in the deck there is obviously the Tome of Memory. We run 2 copies of it. And the Tome of Memory, the new Tome of Memory, is really nice. In some fringe areas you can just get back a card from Matrix if they stole it or draw them, it's more correct. So that's a nice additional value. But the best way to get value from this card is obviously the Gilded General. Because with Tome of Memory you can return your cards to your hand, and hopefully they are allies, and so with Gilded General on play you can then replay your ally, and so if they have an on-turn effect they will activate one more time. And so this is the main core of the deck. So right now we need some cards that and some allies that are good when played, so they have a good on-turn effect. And so for that reason we run 2 copies of Argoret Flower, and this is the best choice if you want to get the best out of this combo. And Argoret Flower is really nice because you can pump it up to 4, and so every time you replay it for every Gilded General you have on play, you get 4 magic back. And so it's really nice because it's both an aggressive card, because you can use that magic to kill off some stuff, but it's also very good to get some early economy and get a really good pressure onto your opponent. And also it is very nice with JESMAI also, and so that's why we run this deck with that hero, because you can convert that magic into permanent charges onto your animals. And so that means that the more the game goes longer, the more your win rate probabilities get higher. And so this deck is both an aggressive deck, because you can start off with the Argoret Flower as I said before, but then if the game goes a bit longer, you can convert that magic into permanent value with also the Argoret Flower, but also the Yarkan, and we'll get to that really soon. And so you can convert this deck into an aggressive one or a more mid-range slash control deck. And so for that reason we have the Yarkan as a win condition when the game goes pretty long. And so, as you can obviously see, you can get all your magic you have stuffed up thanks to the Argoret Flower into the Yarkan and convert into an accumulative value, we can say. And also you can pull off a pretty OTK combo, which you obviously return thanks to the Tome of Memory the Yarkan into your hand, and then you replay it with at least 1 Gilded General which has a charge onto your board, and you replay the Yarkan, and so you can for example do a 20 damage combo per each Gilded General you have on play. And so that's a pretty neat combo. And then we run 3 utilities cards, which are the Behold the Veil, which is a very nice combo, a card in general for Endazu, because you can convert, thanks to JESMAI, that get magic into charges onto your animals, which is always nice, but it's also a very versatile card that you can use that magic to kill some stuff or also to grab some economy, and so it's a very versatile card, which is always very nice. And then we run Veil Warden and Golem, and I wouldn't go for 2 copies of each, because what you want to really get is the first turn combo. If you are going second of 6 gold, you get or the Veil Warden or the Golem and an Argoret Flower onto play, and that's a very deadly combo because you put so much pressure onto your opponent the first turn if you are going second. And it can't remove your Argoret Flower, hopefully, because you will have the Interceptor. And at the second turn already you can pump up that magic into the Argoret Flower, and you will get 2 magic second turn. And then at the third turn you can put even more magic onto the Argoret Flower, and starting from the third turn you are already gaining 4 magics per turn, and so that's a very sick combo which we are searching for in the early game. So that's it for the deck, and let's see it in action. So in the first match we are up against an Ezra, and let's see, it's probably just an ally Ezra, so we should have a pretty good matchup. And so the first thing we are going to do is grab an Argret Flower, and since we do not have any protection to it, and it will probably generate a resource thanks to the Wishing Coin, but probably no, we'll just go ahead and play it, since it's pretty unlikely that it will kill the Argret Flower. And also we'll try to get the proc from the Diviner Charm, so we can protect it with the Veil Warden, and we did, and so that's a pretty nice first turn combo, and is the one I said in the deck review, and so it's a pretty threatening move for our opponent. And so we'll just ignore the other boards, as it does not give too much pressure on board. Instead we'll go ahead and grab another Argret Flower to just consolidate our magic generation, and we'll also go and pump up the Argret Flower so that we'll generate more magic, and also play the other one because there is no need to just keep it on hand, because it will generate a magic, and we can get it that charge he would have gained by remaining it into our hand just by the magic gained, and so that's equivalent. And also we go ahead and grab a Tome of Memory, because we have already some combo pieces already, which are the Argret Flower and the Yarakan. We just need one Gilded General and we have the combo, and so we'll just go ahead and grab the Tome of Memory, so we'll hopefully restock more Tome of Memories. So we'll go ahead and also heal the Veil Warden, as it will protect more our allies. And we'll start by getting already the Yarakan and start charging it up onto our hand. Instead we'll use the magic to pump up the Argret Flowers. And so as you can see, we have built so much pressure that our opponent can't really clear up really fastly. Probably if we run I don't remember, probably the Bloodlust, it will be a pretty good counter for our strategy, but it does not run it, and so that's good for us. So we go ahead and grab the first Gilded General, and right now you will see the combo in action. So first of all, we'll get the Dome of Memory, and so we can choose a card to return, and right now the best card to return is the Argret Flower. And then we'll replay the Argret Flower, and we'll gain 8 magic just from that move. So we go ahead and also heal the Veil Warden, as we do not care for our health instead of the Veil Warden, which intercepts and protects our boards. And also we go ahead and clear the Orphan Gang, so that we will not get attacked. He will probably get it back thanks to the Cooled Air, and so for that reason we went ahead and, sorry guys, I can't comment all that because the turn ended. But by the way, I just killed his stuff, because he would have probably get it back for the Orphan Gang thanks to the Cold Hair. And so if I cleared also the Gold Banner, he would have needed to sacrifice the Ardor Boars or the Overseer, and so he would not gain that much value from the Orphan Gang, and so that's why of the move. And so right now you can see that we are pretty close to lethal, and we probably are, because right now we'll just pump up our Yarakan, and we'll just get only 1 magic, because we can play the Tome of Memory. We can return the Yarakan back and then play it, so we can see that it dealt 15 damages, which is pretty nice. And also we'll go ahead and grab a Behold the Veil just in case to ensure that we get that lethal. So you see that our opponent will probably concede right now, because I can't see a way out of this situation. So he still tries to play it out. Let's see. He heals back, but that's GG. So, in our third and final match, we are up against Lystrata. And it seems to be a Merchant Guild Lystrata, because he has food generation, and also he has the Militia, which is a win condition into the Lystrata, but it has a little bit more counter because he has a bureaucrat, so it's a really off meta card. Probably it's just a counter to some decks. And so since we did have the Argoret Flower into our starting hand, we'll go ahead and grab that, and also gain Behold the Veil, as I value magic more than coins, because he would ever draw a coin, but the magic we gain by holding the Behold the Veil is better, in my opinion. So we'll go ahead and kill the Militia, and also get the Argoret Flower into play, because he does not have a way to clear it if he does not play the Militia, so or redraws the Militia he has in his deck. And so that was a move to force him to play the Militia, but he actually redrew it from his deck, so that's fine. So right now he's going for a bit of denial of our economy. But we did redraw a bit of stuff thanks to the Vineyard Charm, and so we'll go ahead and grab a Golem just to protect our Argoret Flower if we redraw it, and we redraw it. So that's fine. So we'll play the Argoret Flower and try to protect it, so with the Golem, and actually generate a bit of magic. And also, since we'll lose that gold thanks to his bureaucrat, we'll just go and play the Tome of Memory, as we would have already needed to play the Tome of Memory, and so playing it right now is better. So he unfortunately will be able to clear our Argoret Flower, but he goes for the Bank Denial, and I don't think that was a very good move, because now we can clear his board, and also place another Argoret Flower into play, and also gain another one so that we can put it later onto the board, and then we'll also pump up another Argoret Flower so that we can generate even more magic. And right now he's really accomplished the fact that we are low on economy, but we have magic generation, and so we can even ignore the fact that we are negative gold. And so for that reason it's a bad move in my opinion. Then we'll go ahead and also slam a Gilded General into play, so that we can gain magic thanks to the Argoret Flower. And then we can use the Tome of Memory to return an Argoret Flower into our hand, get a charge onto the Gilded General, because remember that if he is at zero charges he will not activate. So then play an Argoret Flower, and we can also redo the combo, because we have another Tome of Memory into our bank, so that we can actually get to 7 magic and actually gain a Yarracan, so that we can pressure our opponent even more. And so right now you see that the second Gilded General will be awesome with the Yarracan. And so that's probably GG. Because right now we play the first Yarracan and pump it up so that we can gain more value when we replay it. We need to be careful because we have to play a Gilded General and then a Tome of Memory. But I probably misplayed it, because right now the charges will not go to the Gilded General, and in fact he did not. But still we are able to do 9 damages to him, and so we are pretty close to lethal. I should probably have kept a bit more magic so that we could have bounced it more times, and also get the charge to the Gilded General. And so, but right now it's obviously lethal, because we can bounce it up 2 times. We do Gilded Generals on play, and he actually concedes, and I can't show you the combo, but that's GG. So, as you have seen, this deck can definitely win the games on the multiplayer meta right now. And it's really a fun deck to play, because it relies on a very new card and a really new mechanic at all into the game. This is probably the first card that allows to return cards on your board to your hand, so that's definitely a fun mechanic to see. And it's also a very powerful card combined with the Gilded General. So be sure to try this deck out, and so that we can, and also share your win rates and your consideration about this deck, so that we can gather more data about this fantastic deck, in my opinion. And finally, Tome of Memory just gained a place into the meta, because it was really a bad card before the new change, and so I'm really happy that this card changed and also became a really powerful card, in my opinion. And so that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful. Be sure to leave down below a comment to let me know what you want to see in the next videos, and as always, see ya!